Hello, YouTube. This is Gaming Film. Today we will be reviewing the defense team.
On tf2. Da, 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 da.
Team Fortress 2!
The game that everybody loves. Now, the first person we will be going over is the Engineer, also known as the Engie. That's his nickname because his name's just way too long. Okay, now the Engineer, his first weapon is his wrench. The wrench can be many things. It can upgrade buildings, mostly sentries, and it can also speed up the build time when you are building buildings. And it can also be used as a melee weapon, mostly against spies trying to sap his sentries.
You can also knock sappers off with it.
Indeed.
That's gonna come in handle whenever you have a fully upgraded sentry.
Indeed. The next weapon is the pistol. The pistol's generally good for mid-range.
Rapid fire.
Yeah. Now, the pistol's generally better when you have an Uber charging at your sentry and you're just falling back. It comes with 200 rounds of ammo, so if you just kind of pelt them with it, you might get a kill. I don't know. That's really all it's good for.
Okay, now onto the shotgun.
Indeed. The shotgun has a 6-round clip. It's good for short range. Up front, it does about 100 damage, point blank, about 90 close range. If you go mid-range, it's better just to switch to your pistol.
Yeah. Now the last thing in his arsenal is his toolbox.
Indeed.
Which allows you to build sentries, dispensers, transporters, entries, and exits.
Yes. Now, this allows you to build sentries, upgrade them, and such. Okay. It builds sentries, dispensers, teleporters and all that.
Yep.
Now,
the sentries can be upgraded 3 times. The first level sentry is good for taking down mid-range, maybe another NG or spy if he's not invisible and he's not disguised.
The second level is 2 coaxial guns. This is good generally for mild defense.
Yeah, against snipers and other people that are crazy. And then the last level gets you 2 rocket launcher. Well, 1 rocket launcher.
Well, actually 4. All at once.
Yeah. And it's good for taking down heavies and every other.
It also has the best defense against Uber charges, as you said.
And then the next one is the dispenser, which, here's a tip for the dispenser. Build it before you build anything else. Because you'll run out of money.
You mean metal. Now, building a sentry first is generally when you're pretty much at your last legs and you must build something to defend yourself. Other than that, try to build your dispenser right behind your sentry, or your sentry right in front of your dispenser. That way you can tank it. Now, tanking is when you repair your sentry faster than the enemy can damage it, which can result in beating Uber charges and heavies with medics.
Okay, and on to the teleporters. Teleporter's pretty good if you are defending a control point. From your main base, you put a teleporter at the other control point.
Indeed. It's good to zip around many classes that just can't move very fast, like the Heavy, or the Demo Man, or the Soldier. Okay, and our tip for this class is always have at least a pyro around for spy checking. Because spies aren't as dangerous as you'd think, but they're out there.
Yeah, they can. But also, if you're an NG, make sure to check. Take out that wrench and start whacking people that look suspicious and still have out their main gun. If, like, they're a sniper, they shouldn't have out their sniper rifle, so you better knock them around. You can't kill him if he's not on your team.
Yeah.
Okay, now on to the Heavy.
Indeed. The Heavy. He is a defense class. He is the strongest.
He has 300
Metachlorians.
Metachlorians.
So that makes him pretty much the strongest, toughest player on the battlefield.
Especially if you get a doctor with him.
That's the best idea. Now,
Get a full Uber charge.
His first weapon is the minigun. Now, the minigun has to spool up and it can fire 200 rounds. Now, the key here is to know when to spool up, coming around corners mainly, and when to know how to fire. Now, generally, if you attack from above or coming around the side, that's generally the better idea. And he is the most, well, he's not the most powerful close quarters class, but that's generally where you'd want to use him.
Okay, and now on to his next weapon, which is the shotgun. You might hear, well, the NG, the heavy, and the pyro all have shotguns. So they're about the same, follow the same rules. They're good for short range, little close quarters. The next weapon is his fist.
Those are the most powerful melee weapons in the game. Unbelievable, but yeah. Now, if you get a crit, it's an uppercut. Now, we all know that that can kill any person on the battlefield, unless they have a medic or such. I don't know, the only person that probably wouldn't die from the uppercut would either be the soldier
or another heavy.
Yeah. If you do get into a tad bit of a boxing match with another heavy, more power to you, buddy.
Okay, and now for the last one.
No, we forgot about our tip again.
Oh, yeah. I keep on forgetting.
Okay, the tip here is to always have a medic. Generally.
Yeah, and make sure to use that Uber charge when you need it.
Exactly. Don't go just getting an Uber and using it. If you're on a defensive team, then that's generally good for just stopping attackers and flanking them.
For an attacking a team, it's going to be pretty good for you too, but you need to cover that medic, because if he dies, you're back down to 300.
Yep.
Okay, now for the last person that we're going to cover inside this thing, it's the Demo Man.
The Demo Man. The Demo Man is pretty much a defense class. He can lay down stickies,
which stick to any surface.
Indeed, and he can remotely detonate them. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really good whenever you're defending places.
He has a 175 metachlorian count, so he's pretty good for head-on fighting.
Except for taking down. I don't suggest using him to take down heavies.
Well, you see, over the years, there's been a lot of controversy about the Demo Man, because if you really think about it, he lacks a true gun. And I mean, if you get into a fight with some scout jumping all around the screen, you're never going to be able to hit him unless, you're like the advanced guy. So,
well, you said stickies all over the ground.
Yeah, but he lands on
them.
So, generally, I mean, I wouldn't recommend this class for you to play unless you really got good at it and you knew how to kill people. But I mean, it's probably going to be one of your hardest class to kill people with.
Okay. Now, for his next weapon, he has a bottle. It is a beer bottle.
Yes. No, he says it's like a bottle of Scrumply or something like that.
Oh, he looks more like a beer bottle. But what's really funny is whenever you hit him and it breaks, he'll still drink out of it.
Oh yeah, that's pretty funny. And when you break it, it actually turns into a crit hit, which can take down scouts, NGs, spies in one hit. Now for a heavy, I'd say about 3, maybe 2. Pyros 2, I don't know.
Yeah, but by the time that you hit that pyro, you're already going to be on fire.
Exactly.
And we'll cover the pyro in our next video.
Now, the sticky bombs, those are kind of controversial too, because if all that weapon's good for is laying them down on the floor, like on control points, and blowing them up, that's really not helping the Demo Man in, like, actual combat. Now, these friggin' Demo Man masters have found a way to actually pop stickies into the air, and before they, hit the ground, to detonate them while they're in the air and kill people. I've only done that a few times, and just to tell you, it's pretty crazy. So, yeah, and again, the Demo Man, his main weapon, the grenade launcher, only fires 4 nades, which really isn't going to help you in the long run. So, this has been Gamer Films. I'm Guzzo.
I'm Matt101.